Hey guys, this is Wendy, and this is part 3 of this 3-part series that I'm doing for you on banking basics for your private practice. And today we're going to be talking about how to manage an irregular income. What the heck are you supposed to do with that? Well, I got some ideas, so let's dive in. Here's the thing. I've been running a private practice for a long time. Y'all know I coach folks in private practice. I have a lot of experience with this, but I'm not a bookkeeper. I'm not a CPA. And there are certain things about how to manage your money in a practice that nobody told me. And I had to sort of figure it out by stumbling through it over time. And one of the things I had the most trouble with was learning how to plan for, budget for, work with income that was all over the map. Especially in the early days before I had courses and packages and, more ways to earn a living, especially in the early days. I mean, there might be some weeks when you make $50, some weeks you make $500, some weeks you make $5,000, some weeks you don't make anything at all. And that can make you kind of crazy when you're trying to pay your bills at home, right? If you worked for a hospital or an agency or some other employer, and they paid you $20 today, $50 tomorrow, $100 on Friday, $200 on Monday, $300 on Thursday. Wouldn't that make you kind of nuts? And you would wonder if they were okay. And you probably wouldn't want to keep that job for a very long time. Well, if you watched or listened to the interview that I did with Susan Penner a few weeks ago, my personal bookkeeper, she talked about one of the signs that we have a troubled relationship with our own money is when we are paying ourselves in drips and drabs all the way through. So one of the things you can do that will instantly up-level your relationship with your money is having a safe, standardized, predictable income, not from the outside into your practice, but from your practice into your personal finances. How do you do that? Here's what you do. Step 1, look at your personal finances and figure out how much money do you actually have to bring home every month. What's a minimum number? Come up with a conservative number. If I made more than that, it'd be great, but I need at least this much to be okay. Step 2, do the same thing in your business. If I made more than this much, that'd be great, but I need at least this much to be okay. Office rent, malpractice, you have certain bills you have to pay in your business as well. Now, let's assume that you come up with, let's say you need $4,000 a month in your personal expenses and $2,000 a month for your office expenses. That means you need to be grossing. You need to be bringing in total revenues of $6,000 a month. And of that 6, 4 is going to go to you as a paycheck, as salary, as income. And 2 stays in the business for all the things that you need it there for. What do you do now? Well, what you do is you set up an automatic transfer on a regular date for a regular amount from the business side of your finances to the personal side of your finances. I like that once a month. The way I do that is on the 25th of every month, I have an automatic transfer set up where the amount that I think I need goes from my business side to my personal side on the 25th. It's basically a paycheck that I receive from my business on a predictable way. That way I've got money at the first of the month, and I pay all of my bills before the first of the month, and it's taken care of for the month. You might want to pay yourself every 2 weeks or on the 1st and the 15th. So if you need $4,000 a month, maybe you pay yourself $1,000 a week 4 times out of the month. Maybe you pay yourself $2,000 on the 1st and the 15th. I don't care how you do it. What I care about is that it is the same amount and it is on a regular schedule. And if you hear Ava barking in the background, my apologies. She does that. So, That is the main thing I want you to do. And here's what's going to happen. Over time, as your practice grows and your income grows too, you'll find that you're bringing in more than you need each month, and you will gradually accumulate a surplus. Great. Over time, once a quarter, once every 6 months, maybe once a year, if you want to pay yourself a dividend or a bonus out of that extra, by golly, go right ahead and do that. But your paycheck stays the same. That makes life easier for you on all levels. In your personal finances, you know what you can count on. In your business finances, you know this expense that you have to pay out every month as well. It really does help. And if you wanted just one quick little final tip, in the last couple of videos, I mentioned to you that one of my sort of secret weapons is I have set up a separate account where I just stash money away for salary. I call it my salary set-aside account. You can call it whatever you want. But in various ways through the month, I put money in that account. So I can look at that because that is money that is earmarked for my pay. I can look at that at any time and know instantly whether I've got a month's income, 6 months income, a year's income. I can tell because it's all right there set aside and protected. And then when it's time for the 25th to roll around and I pay myself, easy peasy, no stress, no worry. I can't tell you what a difference that has made to my peace of mind and my sanity as I have developed that system. It's worked better than anything else I've ever come up with. So real quick recap. Step 1, figure out what your home expenses are and how much do you need to be bringing home. Step 2, figure out what your business expenses are and how much do you need to be bringing in for that. Step 3, the total of those two is how much you've got to be making a month. Step 4, set up an automatic payment of that set amount from your business side to your personal side each month or every 2 weeks or in some kind of a regular basis. And y'all, you can call this a salary, a paycheck, owner's draw. Depending upon what kind of legal structure your business is, you might have to call it certain things for tax purposes, but it doesn't matter. You get the idea, right? All right, do that, and you're gonna thank me later because you're gonna feel like your business is working the way it's supposed to. It's paying you. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Do you have a system of your own that's worked really well for you? Or where have you gotten tripped up on this? Talk to me in the comments. And if you want to discuss this with colleagues and friends who have the same or in the same boat, come on and join us over in the Ideal Practice community, where we talk about this kind of stuff and a whole lot more all the time. We'd love to see you there. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.